Welcome everyone to Cleveland State University's Information Night for MBA, Executive MBA, and Business Graduate Programs. My name is Selena Roebuck. I'm the MBA Program Manager for Cleveland State, and we have the privilege of having John Learned with us this evening as our presenter. He is a veteran advisor at Cleveland State University, and many of you have spoken to John already. You would agree with me just how user-friendly and customer service-oriented he is. He's going to walk us through all of the programs tonight, and there will be time for your questions. If you choose to stick your question in the chat box, I will moderate those and make sure that they get asked at the end of our presentation. Thank you for joining us. I present John Learned. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Selena. Good evening, everybody. My name is John Learned. As she said, I'm one of the academic advisors here at Cleveland State that handles all the graduate business programs. And what we wanted to do tonight is give you a really brief overview of all the programs that the university offers at the graduate level within the College of Business, how long those programs might take you, what those programs are going to cost you, and how to get admitted into that stuff. So I talk really fast because I really want to get through a lot of information as much as I possibly can in a short amount of time to at least give you some time to ask some questions too. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started and take a look at what the university offers. So as I said, we're going to go over all the programs that the College of Business offers, why the College of Business, the curriculum of the individual programs, how you can connect to the university and how we can connect to you and the additional support that we can offer you. And then we'll talk about the admissions process, scholarship opportunities, graduate assistant opportunities, financial aid, all of that kind of stuff. So Cleveland State University, first of all, the College of Business is one of the larger chunks of the university. We're about 3,000 students strong. We have the largest graduate program that the university offers. That's what we consider the traditional MBA program. But just because we offer an MBA, and like a lot of other schools offer MBAs as well, we have a lot of specialized programs in accounting, human resources, information systems, and different MBA programs that might fit better into your schedule in your life. We've got a really strong faculty and really active alumni that are connected to the students in a variety of ways too. A lot of that has to do with the networking opportunities that a lot of our programs can offer you. And we're an accessible and affordable university. We're on the lower end tuition-wise compared to some of our competitors around town, especially in the northeast Ohio area. Cleveland, Ohio, Ohio in general, but Cleveland specifically has a lot of colleges, a lot of universities. So we're very happy that you're talking to us and that you're interested in CSU, and we're happy to continue this conversation after this presentation's over if you've got more questions. Very briefly, Cleveland State University is an AACSB accredited institution. This means that we offer the highest possible academic rigor, the best possible faculty that we can offer you. Only about 5% of schools around the world are accredited by AACSB, and that means that we have to offer a specific type of curriculum with all of our programs, not just the MBA program, a faculty base that's more than just active people from around the business community, although we have plenty of those too, but most of our faculty members are tenure track faculty. So you're getting the information straight from great sources, active faculty that are very much interested and invested in you succeeding. And why do grad school? Why go to graduate school? Well, we can give you tons and tons of different stats, and many of these are on screen, but the long and short of it is most people make more money long-term after a graduate degree. Most people have longer career prospects and more growth opportunity from a graduate degree, from a post-undergraduate career. And that's what we're offering you in a lot of different ways. So the College of Business, us at Cleveland State, I've mentioned this a few times already. We have a lot of students from around mostly the Cleveland area. We've got a very active international student population. But again, we're an affordable, accessible choice. We're right in the middle of downtown Cleveland. All of our classes at the grad level are all in the evening. All of them start about 6 o'clock in the evening. So if you're working full time, you want to take classes at night, it's very easy to do that. A lot of our classes are online. Some are part of specialty programs, but others are just online courses that any student can take. So we pride ourselves on the fact that we are easily accessible to all of the students in our area. And as an affordable choice, that means that we have a pretty far reach. We're very well connected to a lot of the businesses in the Cleveland area as well for internship opportunities, if you've got the wherewithal to do that with your time, but also as far as networking opportunities, for career development opportunities as well. A lot of our students, they go straight into the workforce in Cleveland if they're not already working there in places like Key Bank, Progressive Insurance, Highland Software. So we're very, very connected to the Cleveland business area. So let's go through the actual programs. Let's start with the MBA. Like I said, the MBA is the biggest program by population that CSU has at the graduate level. It's made to be a sort of general program. So it wants, or we want you to learn a little bit about a lot. So many of our graduate programs are structured in this way. So the MBA starts with level 1, that's 2 basic business English courses and a math course. Traditionally, we require students to take either a GRE or a GMAT, but we are waiving GMAT requirements and GRE requirements for the upcoming academic year. So if you're admitted into the MBA or any master's program, for the 2021 and 2022 school year, we are waiving the GRE and the GMAT requirement, which also means we're waiving this first level for all students. So we're not going to worry about that. The second level is for people that don't necessarily have a business background from their undergrad. So it's made up of a couple of courses in accounting, marketing, finance, stuff that you would have seen if you were an undergrad in business. If you had graduated with an undergraduate degree in business within the last 10 years, much, if not all of level 2 is going to be waived for you as well. So hypothetically, your program could just be the 32 credit hours of level 3. And that's made up of another accounting class, a finance class, a marketing class, a human resources course, 4 core management courses. One of those happens to be the capstone class of the program, and then 9 credit hours of electives. So like I said, a student that graduated with a business degree within the last 10 years, depending on the grades of the courses that you've received, the accreditation of the school that you went to, you could only be looking at level 3, but for people that don't have a business background, they are maybe a little intimidated by taking business courses. That's why level 2 exists, to kind of get you up to speed. A student taking this program or any program full-time can expect to knock out everything. If worst case scenario, you had to take all of level 2 and level 3, you could do it in about 2 to 2.5 years, because pretty much everything in the MBA is offered every semester, fall, spring, and summer. For a student doing it part-time, maybe a class or 2 here and there in the evening, if you had to do everything, we say about 3 to 3.5 years to finish everything up, depending on how many courses you'd like to take per semester. But somebody doing it full-time, you can do it in 2 years. Somebody doing just the level 3, if you were a past business undergrad and you wanted to do level 3 full-time, you can knock it out in 3 semesters. So this can be a very fast program. What I'm getting at is that you set the pace here. So depending on your academic background, it's going to depend on, or it will reflect on how many courses you ultimately have to take. And we'll help you decide that too. If you're curious, you can always email us an unofficial transcript of your undergrad, and we can let you know exactly what's going to get waived for you and what you need to take to graduate. And then we can sort of ballpark it out. How long, I want to take 2 classes at night. How long is this going to take me? I want to rip the Band-Aid off. How fast can I get out of here? We can help you work through that as well. But the curriculum, the structure of the MBA program is basically reflected in the rest of the programs that we offer, with a few exceptions. The MBA in Healthcare Administration is essentially a business program for people that want to work in a healthcare facility, but not on the patient-facing side. So if you're the kind of person that wants to work at the Cleveland Clinic or Metro or university hospitals, but you're not so interested in working as a nurse or a doctor, you want to work on the business side of that facility, that's what this program is for. So level 1 is the same. Again, we're going to waive that for every student for the upcoming school year. Level 2 is a little bit smaller. Level 3 is made up of mostly courses from the MBA program, but we replace a lot of the leadership stuff and the electives with healthcare administration classes. So a healthcare finance class, medical care organizations, healthcare ethics, healthcare economics, healthcare informatics. Again, giving you the opportunity and giving you the know-how, the wherewithal to basically run a healthcare facility someday. That is ultimately the goal for a program like this. There's 2 options to finish this program. One is to do a professional internship, which we would set up for you if you were a full-time student. Or if you're not a full-time student, you could basically take another course from the traditional MBA program and plug that in place of the internship. Both sets still do professional site visits, which we set up for you, and you do those over the course of a few semesters. So 2 or 3 site visits over one semester, 2 or 3 the next semester, just to at least give you some face time and some hands-on time within a healthcare facility. The online accelerated MBA is for people that have a business degree from their undergrad. They're maybe working full-time and they want to get through the program as quickly as possible. So these are people that only need the core of the program, that 3rd level. It's meant to get you through all of the core in 3 semesters. So we're talking 8-week classes that, like I said, it's accelerated. It moves pretty quickly. And we prescribe all the coursework for you. So what classes you're taking and when. There are no options for electives. We basically make it a more rounded MBA program by putting in an information systems course, an international business course, some entrepreneurship classes as well. But it's structured in such a way that a student can start in fall or spring and be done in 3 semesters. Again, this is a program specifically made for people with business degrees from their undergrad, but it's the fastest possible way to finish our traditional MBA program. And then as far as MBAs go, the last offering that we have is the executive program. This is sort of the marquee program that the university offers. So it's a small cohort-based Saturday-only program meant to be finished in about 19 months. So it moves very, very quickly. And it's for people that they've been out of school for 5 to 10 years. They've maybe never taken any business courses before. And they are maybe moving into more managerial roles within their organization. And they just want to know what they don't know, which is what everybody says when they come into something like this. So it's structured differently than the traditional program and the accelerated program, in that there are no levels to it. A student will come in for a short manager's workshop, we call it, which is basically like going to a conference where we kind of crash course students through the business concepts. And then 18, 19 months of Saturday courses all day long from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. It's an all-inclusive tuition program. So your parking while you're here, your food while you're on campus, your textbooks for all of your courses, it's all included in the tuition, as well as an international trip, which we rotate where we go every year. And the trip is actually, it counts as an elective course because it's not just a pleasure cruise. You're touring companies in different locations. You're doing case studies with workers indigenous to those locations too. So a couple of years ago, we went to BMW in Germany. We've gone to Ireland before. We've gone to Tel Aviv before. We went to Cuba a few years ago, right when Cuba reopened their borders. So very interesting places to go, cool places to work with too. So like I said, this is the red carpet. This is the big one that the university offers. And Selena is here, and Brian Pesto, one of our faculty members, and they can give you a lot more information on this after the presentation's over. So past the MBA programs, and I know this looks like a lot, but bear with me here for a second. So past the MBA programs, we do have a lot of other specialty programs. One is the Masters of Accountancy, which just changed for the fall 2021 semester. This is a very malleable program. It's meant for people that either are already an undergrad in accounting, they're working in an accounting firm, they want to move on, they want to maybe be a CFO someplace someday, or for somebody that maybe has an art degree and they want to do a career change. So it's a very flexible program, and that it gives you a lot of opportunity to specialize and concentrate in a lot of different things. It's very dependent. The courses taken are very dependent on what your undergrad career looked like, because there's a lot of classes that can be waived, a lot of classes that can be replaced. So it's a program built around you. If you want to be an accountant, if you want to work in accounting, this program is meant to be as flexible as possible to give you as much different information and different opportunities in accounting as we can give you. The HR program, the Master of Labor Relations and Human Resources, is actually the shortest master's degree program that we offer. Like I said, level 1 is going to be waived for everybody for the upcoming school year, and level 2 is only 33 credit hours. So there's no level, there's no prerequisite level for this program. It's meant for people that they are already working in human resources and maybe they want to move up, or it's for somebody just like the accounting program. I would like to get into human resources and I don't want to start right as an undergrad. So this program is set up to get you through not only the career transition phase of the coursework, but also to give you SHRM certification, get you ready for SHRM certification, which is kind of like the CPA for human resources positions. So 33 credit hours, everything basically revolves around MGT 601 that overlaps with the MBA program. Once a student's finished with that class, everything is basically cracked wide open. This is one of the few programs that we offer where every class is not offered every semester. So we have to be a little bit cognizant about what you take and when you schedule it, but it's my job to help you through that stuff. So I'm going to be your advisor through almost all of these programs. So you're welcome to ask me questions or make appointments with me if you need help with scheduling. The information systems program is still relatively new to us, probably more than what you wanted to know, but the university used to offer a software engineering program in the College of Business that has since moved to the College of Engineering. So in its wake, we started the information systems program to give students both the technical side and the business side of working with computers, essentially. So it's very project management based. There is some light computer programming that's involved in this program, but it's basically built into 3 pillars: systems analysis, database implementation, and working with computer networks. The core of the program is 33 credit hours. After the prep program is like level 2 for the other programs. It gets people acclimated to those concepts if you've never taken information systems courses before. But level 3, more systems analysis, more database, more networks, also project management courses, emerging technology courses. And we require 15 credit hours for this program. So another very malleable, very flexible program, depending on where your interests lie. So maybe you're interested in cybersecurity, maybe you're interested in database administration, business data analytics. There's all kinds of different things that you can do with those electives, different tracks that you can get on. The core of the program is 33 credit hours, which is about the average length for the core of most of our programs. So as far as the academic programs go, that's everything in very broad strokes. But the university does offer a pretty good variety of smaller certificate programs. These are mainly set up to marry up basically with the other academics programs that we have, like the MBA or the information systems program. But a student can do the certificates without being involved in a full master's degree program either. These certificate programs are usually, the way they work into the other programs is that they basically slot into where a student's electives would be. So let's say a student is interested in the business analytics program, they're doing the MBA, essentially that means they're doing 3 classes for their electives and 1 extra class to get the certificate program. So it's a good value add for you. A wide variety of different things can be done. So the analytics program is working with big data. It's working in data analytics. It's SAS certification, if anybody has heard that term before. It is the thing in business right now. Business analysis, data analysis is really the trend right now in all kinds of business fields, from marketing to healthcare to information technology. So that's why we put that one on the top of the list. But entrepreneurship is exactly what it sounds. It's helping you start your own businesses, writing your business plans. Governance, risk, and compliance is an accounting certificate program. Organizational change is from our human resources department. Global business and global sustainable business is a lot of the international business courses, a lot of marketing focus as well. Healthcare management, marketing analytics, exactly what they sound like. So it's basically, a lot of it is pulling courses from different programs to make a small certificate that you can use to, like I said, not only connect with an MBA or an accounting program or what have you, or something that you can do solo. So being involved with the university, like I said, it's my job to help you through a lot of your questions and problems with your academic program. So I am your face as far as anything that might come up over the course of your academic career with CSU. I'll help you schedule your classes. I'll help you map out your courses for future semesters. I can let you know what's going to get waived. I can be your liaison between you and the faculty if you've got any faculty issues. It's my job to kind of be that first line of defense for you. But outside of that, a lot of recruitment opportunities, networking opportunities that the university offers. The accounting department by itself does Meet the Accountants Night every year at the beginning of September, where basically all of the College of Business is taken over by all the accounting firms in town and some of the larger businesses in town like Progressive Insurance and Highland and Sherwin-Williams, just to meet new accounting graduate students and undergrads for internship opportunities, for entry-level position opportunities, just for some business networking. Just an example, we do a lot of things like that over the course of the school year. Now that the pandemic is hopefully subsiding a little bit, we have a little bit more opportunity to do those things too. So Key Bank has a pretty regular appearance on campus, as well as Progressive Insurance, a lot of the other larger companies in town. We try to get students in front of employers as much as we possibly can, especially physically. So hopefully we'll be seeing, as things turn around, hopefully we'll be seeing a little bit more of that going forward. And then the other academic support services. So there's plenty of tutoring on campus, but each individual academic department offers their own tutoring as well, and in the evening. So if you're having trouble, for example, in accounting, you can go straight to the accounting department and they can give you a hand with whatever tutoring you need, just as an example. All the academic programs offer that. So we want students to succeed. We don't want to just kind of throw you into some courses and hope you dumb luck your way through it. We want you to be involved. We want to help you meet employers as best we can. And that's true for the larger university level too. So our career services office runs 1 to 2 large career fairs every year. I think they've scaled it down to 1 over the last couple of years, but they're going to crank it back up because of the need of labor right now. So we try to help you out as best we can in every avenue that we can. So the application process is actually very easy. Given the pandemic, we've lowered the barrier of entry as best we can for pretty much all of our programs. And that means that we only need the application, which you can do online. The deadline for all of our programs is rolling, other than the online accelerator program and the executive MBA program. Those, we need about a month lead time before the start of the semester to get you admitted and get you ready to go. But all of our other programs, we can admit you about a week before the semester starts. So that means we need the application, we need your transcripts from your undergrad, or any master's degree transcripts if you already have another degree as well. Like I said, we're waiving your GRE, GMAT requirement. And from what I understand, we're also waiving the application fee for the upcoming school year as well. So you shouldn't have to pay the $40 application fee. As far as our programs go and what we need from you, it's just a 2.75 GPA from your undergrad, unless you've already graduated from a master's degree program, in which case that supersedes that. Like I said, we're waiving the GRE requirement, we're waiving the application fee. For most of our programs, we do not require letters of recommendation, resumes, long written statements. Those things are not required. If for whatever reason, your GPA was below a 2.75, we can start you as what's called a non-degree student. And I'd encourage you to make an appointment with me if you've got questions about this, or if you fit this category. Non-degree students basically are given the opportunity to take 4 classes within the academic program that they're interested in, say the human resources program or the MBA program. As long as they maintain a 3.0 in those 4 classes, the 12 total credit hours, will basically transition you into the rest of the program. So you can still take courses that you're interested in. You're not just taking random stuff just to take it, just to waste money. We want to give you the opportunity to see if this is the right move for you, and also give you the opportunity to prove that you can do the coursework. This is called non-degree. And again, I would encourage anybody, if you've got questions about that, to make an appointment with me sometime next week. So here's the cost. Here's the big one. Everything is per credit hour for most of our programs. In-state tuition for the fall 2021 semester going forward is $620 per credit hour. Almost all of the programs have 3, or almost all of the courses in our programs are 3 credit hours apiece. There's the occasional 1 credit class, the occasional 4 credit course, but you should be looking at about $1860-ish per credit hour. Out-of-state students, international students can expect to pay about double that per credit. Students that exceed 13 credit hours per semester pay a flat fee, but that's not very common. Most students, even if they're going full-time, they only take about 4 classes per semester. That's 12 credit hours, but like I said, I'll help you navigate that as best I can. The online accelerator program, again, which is just the level 3 of the MBA program in an accelerated state, is a flat fee of $36,000, broken up into 3 tuition payments for those 3 semesters. And the executive MBA program is a little over $54,000. And again, that's all-inclusive tuition. Your textbooks, your food, your parking, your international trip, it's all included in that tuition. So a student who may have to do all of the courses in the MBA program, all of level 2 and all of level 3, with the cost of textbooks, the executive program is more expensive ultimately, but not by a whole lot. So if you want to do the math yourself and ballpark at about $1,000 per textbook, for a student that's been out of school for a little over 5 years or more, the executive program may be a more attractive offer. How to fund this? Certainly the university does offer some scholarships. Unfortunately, the scholarship window for the fall 2021, spring 22 semester has closed. The deadline was July 1st. But financial aid is available for students that need it. Everybody has to take at least 6 credit hours of courses per semester to be eligible for some sort of financial aid. And it is only loans and not grants at the graduate level. So please keep that in mind. There are private loans that you can get to called college or graduate plus loans. And our financial aid office can walk you through all that stuff. Their information is right there at the bottom of the screen. Many of you may be being reimbursed by an employer. And we certainly welcome that. So we have a program where students, once they give us some information verifying that their employer is going to reimburse them, we put you on a payment plan per semester where we only require 25% of the tuition out of pocket from you. And then we push all of your tuition payments back until after a semester is over, sort of assuming that you're getting your reimbursement from your employer, and then you pay us back that reimbursement. Our financial aid office can walk you through that process as well. So that is the big stuff. That is, like I said, everything kind of in broad strokes. Again, my name is John Learned. My email address is there. My phone number is listed there as well. I'm actually on vacation this week, so I'm a little bit harder to get a hold of. But if you'd like to make an appointment with me, I'm certainly happy to talk to you more about any of these programs, of any of the academics. If you'd like to send me a transcript of what you've done previously, just so we can sort of ballpark out how long a program may take you, you're welcome to do that. Selena and Brian Pesta are here to answer other questions for you as well. But with that, why don't we open it up for anybody that has any questions?
And for the sake of privacy, if you have a question that you wish not to be in the recorded session of this program, we will stay on afterwards, after we stop the recording, and we'll be able to respond to your questions. But for those of you who have other questions, please, now is the opportunity to ask away. We did have a question from one student, I'll start it off, that asked if the international trip was available to online students. And actually, I initially said yes, but I was mistaken. So I'd like to correct that and say that the online students for the accelerator program don't go on an international trip, but international students are eligible to take the accelerated online program. John, Brian, anything else?
International students, technically, yes, you are able to go through our online accelerator program, but you would not be on an F1 student visa.
Other questions? That was the only one in the chat that I could see.
Yeah, you can match courses from another university. You need to talk to John about that, though.
So transferring is a complicated issue. So yes, I mean, the short answer is yes, we can transfer courses from another university as long as there's some parity there. Under our accreditation, we can only take up to 9 credit hours in the core of a program, though. So depending on how deep you are into another MBA program, it may not be worth it for you to transfer, but if you're only like a class or 2 or 3 in, probably a good idea. If you would like to make an appointment with me, send me some transcripts. I'm happy to walk you through that. Unfortunately, no, there's no accelerated program for the MAC degree. Good question, though. That's actually a very good question. Our MBA graduation rate is about 70% because we have a lot of students that are working full-time. Actually, our MBA degree and most of our master's degrees are set up in such a way that they are made for people that are working full-time. And while the demographics are shifting for people in master's degree programs, many students are going straight from undergrad straight into graduate school. The vast majority of our students are still working in the evening, taking classes here and there. So our 2-year graduation rate is about 70%. But we have people that are taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 years to finish our programs because they're going at whatever rate or whatever pace they set for themselves.
Yeah, in my experience, when students don't finish, it's due to personal reasons versus flunking out.
Academic, right. So we have kind of a soft cap on most classes depending on each individual program. So a student in the MBA program, the MAC program, the HR program, they're not going to see anything more than 30 to 35 at the absolute most in their courses. The days of the 200-person lecture hall are gone, gone, gone. Our information systems program is pretty packed in. So some of our courses can go up to 50 students per class. But for the other programs, 30 to 35 at the absolute most. No, absolutely not. No. A 2015 accounting degree is not too old. Sure. So the questions about graduate assistantships. Graduate assistantships are where a student is taking classes full-time and is working for the university for about 20 hours a week, and the university pays for about 9 credit hours of tuition. They're very rare. They're very rare for us now. There used to be a little bit more plentiful opportunities for that. But we post any opportunities that are open and are on the College of Business's internship, co-op, and GA page, which if you want to do a search for that, you can just College of Business internships page. We can send you a link if you need it as well. The individual offices in the College of Business do their own hiring. But just because you may be a business student doesn't mean that you should just be looking at business offices. So if you're open to working in the registrar's office or student life or undergraduate admissions or something like that, the career services office on the university that the university runs, their own job board, their handshake board, has the stuff that's sort of agnostic to an academic program. So as long as you cast a wider net, you have more opportunities. Oscar is asking about AACSB accreditation. No, certain courses we only waive based on accreditation, finance classes specifically, but just because you went to a school that did not have AACSB accreditation, we're still going to waive some stuff for you. But again, we'll look at a transcript and we'll look at the courses that you've taken and what your grades were first. Yes, there is. There is a budget payment plan. There's a question about budget payment plans. Yeah, and you can certainly do that for every semester as well. A budget payment plan is where we basically break down your payments into 4 chunks over the course of a semester. So yes, you can certainly do that. Lots of questions today. All right. Yes, they do. The Veteran Success Office does work with graduate students as well. So if you still have GI benefits, GI Bill benefits, you can certainly take advantage of those.
Just curious, how many are CSU undergrads?
You can use your reaction button here.
Okay.
So Brian, are you a CSU undergrad or graduate?
I have 3 CSU degrees.
Tell us more.
A bunch of psychology degrees. And I have the MLR HR, which John talked about a little while ago. So I'm an HR professor.
In our executive program as well. Brian teaches in our executive program. I have a part-time MBA degree from Cleveland State. I went through the traditional program. John, how about you?
I have a master's degree in education and curriculum design.
From Cleveland State?
From Cleveland State.
Yeah. You're talking to the alumni suite here.
Really?
So I think maybe for those of you who wish to stay on and speak more privately, John, I'll let you close us up and then we'll just stay on for other questions.
If anybody has further questions for us, you can always email me or stick around. We're happy to answer them for you.
Our emails are all in the chat.